welcome to my chakra class. I'm Carola, and today we're going to work on our third chakra, or Manipura, and with that we're going to work on our inner fire. Let's start in a cross-legged seated position. If you're rounding your back here already, or if your knees are much higher than your hips, just take a block or cushion or book to sit on to elevate the seat bones, the hips. And then lengthen the spine, straightening the back. And let's take a few moments to arrive in the here and now. In this moment, for this practice, taking a few deep breaths. And with every inhale, take in new, fresh energy. And on the exhale, let go of everything that might be slowing you down, that might be robbing you of energy, or holding you back from moving towards your goals. Inhale, take in more strength and concentration for this class. And exhale, let go of any stress, fears, or other strong emotions that you would like to be free from. The Manipura, your third chakra, is located behind your navel, where the solar plexus sits too. It's associated with self-confidence, willpower and endurance, putting things into action, fears, and the digestion of not only food, but also thoughts and emotions. It is your inner fire, your main source of energy if you want to move, act, decide, but also helps you to stay calm and to stay balanced in stressful situations. Take another few deep breaths, and then let's start our practice with this background information in mind. Let's start warming up our shoulders, pulling them up, back and down, rotating backwards and then forwards, changing direction. And then come back to neutral. Then extend your right arm, reach forward, upwards and back, drawing a big circle. Then the left arm, warming up the shoulders here. 2 more times on each side. Find your own rhythm. Your head turning towards the moving arm on each side. And when you're done with the last circle, let your head sink down, chin to your chest, giving the back of your neck a stretch. On the next inhale, come back up, bring the head back into neutral. And exhale, let the head fall to the right ear towards the right shoulder, pushing the left shoulder down a little bit to increase the stretch. Inhale, bring your head back up. And exhale, left ear to the left shoulder, slightly pulling the right shoulder down. And bring your head back up into neutral. And close your eyes again. Bring your attention inwards. We want to do a pranayama called Kapalbhati to heat up our inner fire a bit more. We're going to work from our center energy, our belly. Inhaling deeply through the nose, and on the exhale doing quick forceful exhalations, like this. So let's do 2 rounds with the 27 exhales. Inhale. Do it in your own rhythm. Again, inhale. And when you're done with the 2 sets, come back to normal breathing. Relax the breathing. Take a few deep inhales and feel your center. Feel the inner fire. Feel the faster heartbeat. You can extend this exercise to doing 4 sets of 27 or 2 sets of 54, but always make sure you listen to your body and make sure you notice how you feel. If you get dizzy or anything, just slow down or do less exhalations. Now let's continue with our asana practice. Take the block out if you were sitting on one. Bring your hands in front of your body, roll over onto your knees, and bring the knees a little bit further apart than hip width. Sit back down onto your heels, and then reach forward into child's pose. We want to keep this an active pose this time, so spread your fingers wide and reach forward as much as you can, lengthening the back, but keeping the elbows off the ground, off the mat. And now you can pretend to pull the mat back towards you, so you're pulling the shoulders further away from the ears. Your forehead rests on the mat and your neck is relaxed. And then slowly walk your hands back, come back up, bring your knees close together. Your hands are shoulder width apart in front of you, and you lift your hip to the right, shifting your weight forward to the right arm, then over to the left arm, hip to the left, and then back down. So you're circling your hip around, starting with the hip to the right, shifting the weight from one wrist to the other. If you have troubles with your wrist here, you can either walk forward further with your hands so that the angle is a bit bigger, or place a block or just a rolled blanket or something underneath your wrists. We want to warm up the hips and the wrists equally here. When you're back down the next time, shift direction, starting at the left, shifting from the left arm to the right, hip to the right, and back down. Finding your dynamic in this movement. You can inhale every time you come up and exhale every time you sit back down. Moving mindfully, feeling your body in every movement. And then finish sitting back down onto your heels. Bring your hands closer and then tuck the toes under. And sitting back down on the heels, coming upright. If you have knee pain, you can always put a block or better a cushion or blanket between the heels and the seat bones to create more space. And then we're going to rotate our wrists, warming up the wrists, warming up the fingers as well, using the whole hand, rotating into both directions. And then straighten out the left hand in front of you with the palms facing forward and the fingers down. And take the right to gently stretch down. Stretch the forearm, keeping the shoulders low. And then swap over the right hand, fingers pointing down. Stretching gently, softly down with the left hand. You want to keep the right arm straight and the right shoulder down. And then release the stretch. Bring your hands in front of you, untuck the toes. And then roll over to one side to come into sitting, bringing the feet out in front of you. The soles of the feet on the mat. And then try to sit straight, tilting the hips slightly forward to come sitting on your seat bone and lengthening the spine. And then reach your arms forward on the inhale, Imagine you grab a paddle and then row back, pulling the elbows back. Reaching forward again, rowing back. We're warming up the core. Make sure the shoulders stay down. The shoulder blades come towards each other every time you pull back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lean back. And after the last row, bring your arms in front of you again. Interlace your fingers. And then on the exhale, bring your arms to the left and the side twisting. Inhale forward and then to the right. So we're rowing with one paddle. One's left, one's right. Reaching forward, coming back and twisting on every exhale. Working our obliques here. Further warming up our core. Feel your abs. And after the last row to the right, release the grip of your fingers, bring the hands out in front. And then slowly, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll back down. And the shoulder blades down. Hands to the side, palms facing up. You can close your eyes here for a moment, taking a few deep breaths. Relaxing your abs. Softening the belly. Bring your legs up into the air, 90 degrees in your hip, straightening the legs as much as possible. The feet are engaged, toes pointing towards you. You can lift the pelvis slightly, pushing the seat bones away from you to create more space in the lower back. Bring your arms up in front of you, interlacing the fingers except for index fingers and thumbs. And then inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, crunch, lift up towards the toes, lifting the chest off the mat. Inhale down again. Exhale, lift, bring your hands over to the right side of your legs. Inhale down, arms overhead. Exhale to the left side of your legs, lifting the shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale down. Exhale, fingers towards the toes in the middle. Inhale down. You can also bend the knees here if it's too hard to keep the legs straight, but continue. Inhale down, arms overhead. Exhale, reach up towards the toes. Inhale down. Keep going. So this is really about the willpower that we were talking about before, the third chakra. So keep going. We're going to do 2 more full rounds. Middle, right, left. Keep going. You can do it. Last round. Make sure you keep lifting the shoulder blades off the ground. Legs stay vertical. One more last time, the left side. Reach up and down. And then bend your knees. Hug the knees in for a moment towards your chest. Relaxing the abs. Release the grip around your legs, but keep the legs up and spread the arms out wide to the side. On an exhale, lowering the knees down towards your left, coming into a gentle twist. You can look over the right arm. And relax your belly again. Stretch and relax the obliques here a little bit as well. And on the next inhale, engage your core, lift the legs up and control and slowly on the next exhale towards the right, down to the mat. Turning the head to the left if it feels okay in your neck. We are not only twisting our spine here, we are also twisting, bringing our third chakra, activating it even more. Then engage your core again. On an inhale, control, lift the legs up again, come to the middle, and exhale, put the feet down onto the mat. You can bring your hands next to your body, taking a moment to feel your center. And then straighten out your legs onto the mat. Bring your arms overhead and stretch out long, preparing for Pranayama. Walk your feet to the right side of your body. The hip keeps at the same spot and the hands to the right as much as you can. And to intensify the stretch, you can even bring the left foot over the right and grab the left wrist with your right hand, pulling further into the side stretch, opening the left side. And take another deep breath, breathing into the lift rib cage. And then slowly release. Come back into the middle. And then walk your feet to the left. Your arms, your hands to the left. Opening the right side. Again, you can place the right foot over the left if you want to increase the stretch. And pull the right wrist further to the left, opening the right side even more. Breathing deeply. And then slowly release the stretch again, come to the middle. And then simply roll over, turn over onto your belly. Come lying onto your front side, bringing the hands underneath your shoulders. Bring the legs close together, activate the legs, and then push yourself up. Knees stay on the mat. And push the upper body up, coming into supported plank. Wrists underneath your shoulders, core active. And then exhale, lower down again onto your belly. And on an inhale, lift the shoulders slightly off the mat into baby cobra. The elbows pull back. You push your pubic bone into the mat, slightly tuck the tailbone in. Lower back is protected. And then lift the hands off the mat for a moment, working out of your upper back. Shoulder blades together, shoulders away from the ear. And exhale back down again. Then tuck your toes under and push yourself up into tabletop position. And all the way up into downward facing dog, sending the hips backwards and upwards. You can walk your dog a little bit here, but make sure the back stays straight. The tailbone wants to go up and back towards the ceiling. And once the back is straight, the shoulder dropping down towards the mat, you can start straightening the legs and bringing the heels down onto the mat. Your head stays relaxed, your neck is relaxed. Pushing all 10 fingers equally into the mat. And then start walking your feet forward towards your hands. You can still bend the knees here. Inhale, come forward halfway up, lengthen the spine. And then on the exhale, fold. You can rest your belly onto your thighs. Relax the neck. Inhale, come up halfway again, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold again. And then straighten the back again, engage your core, bend the knees, and come up with a straight back all the way, arms overhead. Exhale, hands together in front of you. And then find your mountain pose, either big toes touching or feet hip width apart. Distribute your weight evenly into all corners of the feet. And then lift all 10 toes up for a moment. And then spread them down one by one onto the mat. Lift the arches of the feet up. Legs are engaged, core is engaged. And inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale here, push the heels back. Exhale, knees down, chin and chest down. Inhale, scoop forward, open the chest, lift up into cobra. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog, push back. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands, left knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hands on the mat, step forward to meet the right leg, fold. Inhale, come all the way up with a straight back, arms overhead. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Other side, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up, straight back. Exhale, step the left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, come up, open the chest. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And the next exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Right knee down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, step forward. Fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands together in front of your chest. And let's continue straight away. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back into plank. Let's stay here in plank for a while. Activate the core. Put your heels back, push the mat away from you so the shoulders lift. And make sure you're not sagging through with your back, neither pushing your bum up too high. You want to be one line between shoulders, hips, and heels. And on the next exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths here. Checking on the alignment again, lengthening the back again. Pushing the seat bones towards the sky. And on the next inhale, bring the right leg up and back. Exhale, shift your weight forward, come onto your left toes. Right knee meets the right elbow. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, right leg towards the left elbow, twist a little bit. Inhale, leg back and up. Exhale, draw the right knee towards the nose and hold here for one breath. Push actively the shoulders away from the mat. And then inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, back down onto the mat. Other side, inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow, slight twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee towards the nose. Push away from the mat, lift the knee. And after one breath holding here, inhale, left leg back and up. And exhale down onto the mat. And then inhale, come forward into plank. And exhale, lower down onto your forearms. Strong core here. Make sure you don't collapse forward downward with your shoulders like this. You want to instead push the floor forward away from you so the shoulders stay back. And you can always bring your knees down if it gets too intense. Or if you want a more intense variation, on the inhale, shift your weight forward. On the exhale, back. Inhale forward, strong shoulders. Exhale back. Inhale forward one more time. Exhale back. And then lower your knees down onto the mat. And the hip down as well. So we're coming into Sphinx Pose here. So you want to have the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. And then open the chest. The sternum goes forward, upward. Pretend you want to pull the floor backwards. The shoulder blades come close to each other. The shoulders away from the ears. You push your pubic bone into the mat. And on an exhale, lower down onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And then inhale, come up into cobra. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Keep pushing equally into both hands, into all 10 fingers, pressing the knuckles of the index finger down into the mat. And on the next inhale, bring the right leg up and back into 3-legged dog. On the exhale, step forward, step the right foot to the left side of your right hand. So your right foot is a little bit further to the right than the left. Left foot heel down, foot 45 degrees. Make sure both hips are squared, facing forward. You're rotating the left hip outwards, so the left leg is engaged. Make sure the right knee is stacked on top of the right ankle. The tailbone is slightly tucked in, so you're not standing in a hollow back. And the arms pull up, shoulders stay away from the ears. And on the next exhale, shift your weight forward, bring the upper body down, the left leg up into Warrior 3. Engage the left foot, toes pulling towards you, heels pulling back, arms reaching forward, and keep a micro bend in the standing knee. Don't open the left hip, so you want to keep the left hip down in line with the right, hips parallel to the floor. Strong back here. And on an inhale, bring the upper body up, the left leg forward, and pull the knee towards your chest up. Exhale, push your leg back again, lower down with your upper body. Warrior 3. Inhale, come back up, knee up. Exhale, lower down, push the left heel back. And again, inhale, come up, knee up. Exhale, push back, Warrior 3. And then bend the right knee and step your left foot back, not as far as it was before, maybe a meter in between the left and the right. Hips still facing forward, and then bring your arms behind your back, grabbing the opposite elbows, opening the chest. Or you can also try to come into reverse Namaste behind your back, bringing the palms of your hands together, whatever is accessible for you. And on the inhale, lifting the sternum forward, keeping the back straight, lower down a little bit. Just reaching forward, keeping the back straight. And then on the exhale, bend down and fold. Stretching the right hamstring. Always pulling the right hip back to keep it in line with the left. And on the next inhale, slowly come back up. Release your arms behind your back. And then grab your block or book or whatever you've got handy to the outside of your right foot. Coming back up. Lift your left arm up. Reach forward as far as you can. And then twist, lower down, fold into reverse Trikanasana, bringing the right arm up on an inhale. Trying to keep the balance here. Pulling the right hip back. And if your neck is okay, looking up to the right hand. Still pushing into the outside edge of your left foot to stay stable. Twisting around your middle. And then exhale, release. Put the block aside, bring your arms up. And step a little bit back to come into Warrior 1, bending the right knee. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back into plank. And then lower down through your chaturanga, knees just in chin. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. If you want to, you can bring your knees onto the mat, come into child's pose for a rest. Otherwise, keep lengthening your back. Find your way back in downward facing dog if you were in child's pose. To continue with the left. And inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step forward your left leg to the inside of the left hand. Right heel down 45 degree. Inhale, come up into Warrior 1. And again, check your alignment. The outside edge of the right foot wants to push into the mat. The left knee stacked on top of the left ankle. Make sure you're not falling into a hollow back, pushing your back through. Tuck your tailbone in instead. Your core is engaged. The hips are square, both facing forward. Reach the arms high, shoulders away from the ears. On an exhale, shift your weight forward. Bring the upper body parallel to the floor. And the right foot reaches back. Dorsiflex the foot, toes engaged. And keep a micro bend in the left standing knee. The hips stay parallel to the floor, so bring the right hip down a little again. Keep it in line with the left. And on an inhale,
Bring your upper body up. Pull the right knee up towards your chest. Exhale, push back again, lower the upper body. Inhale, come up, pull the knee up, reach up. Exhale, push back, lower down. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down, push the heel back. And then bend the left knee and step your right foot back. Again, not as far as before. The left knee straight. Square the hips forward. And then bring your arms behind your back, either grabbing the opposite elbows or coming into a namaste behind your back. And then open the chest, reach forward, straight back. And then exhale, fold down, relaxing the neck. Pulling the left hip back again. And then inhale, come back up. Release the hands behind your back. Put your block on the outside of your left foot. Reach the right hand up. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, place the right hand onto the block. Left hand up. Open the left shoulder. Pull the left hip back. Find your balance. And maybe look up to your left hand. Reverse Trikanasana. Twisting, wringing your middle. One more breath. And then on exhale, release the pose, slowly release the twist. Take the block aside. On an inhale, bring your arms up, step the right foot back a little bit, bend the left, come into warrior one. Exhale, hands down onto the mat, step back into plank, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale, come forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. And you can bring your knees down onto the mat to have a rest in child's pose. Bring your arms alongside your body, forehead down onto the mat. And bring your attention inwards, focusing on your breath. And now let's put together what we did so far for our main flow. So come back up, bring your hands in front of you and come into tabletop. Tuck the toes under and push back into downward facing dog. Adjusting your position here. And on an inhale, bring the right leg back and up. On an exhale, shift the weight forward, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Push into the mat. Inhale, leg back up. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee towards the nose. This time back up right away in the inhale. And then exhale, step between your hands. Put the left heel down. Come up into warrior one. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Come onto your right leg. Push the left heel back. Upper body parallel to the floor. Inhale, upper body up. Draw the left knee up. Exhale, lower down. Push the left heel back. Make sure the left hip stays low. Inhale, come back up again. Draw the knee. Exhale, push the left heel back. Inhale, last time up. Exhale, push back. Lengthen the spine. Then bend the right knee, step back. Not as far as before. Bring your arms behind your body. And then fold forward. Inhale, come back up. Bring your left arm forward. Maybe use your block on the side. Reach forward in the next inhale. Exhale. Lower the left hand down. Right arm up. Look up. Twist. Reverse. Trikanasana. One breath. And then exhale. Release the pose. Inhale, arms up, step a little bit back, come into warrior one. Exhale, hands down onto the mat, step into plank. Inhale here, and exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here and we continue with the other side. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, shift the weight forward, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow, twist. Inhale, leg back up. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left forward in between your hands, closer to the left. Inhale, come back up, warrior one. Exhale, shift the weight forward, warrior three. Keep a micro bend in the left knee. Inhale, upper body up, draw the right knee up. Exhale, push the right heel back, right hip stays low. Inhale, back up again, draw the knee. Exhale, push back, lower the upper body, stretch forward. Inhale, last time, back up. Exhale, back into warrior three. Inhale, upper body up, step back maybe 1 meter. Exhale, arms behind your back, grab your elbows or namaste. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. Release the arms. Prepare for your reverse Trikanasana with your block. Inhale, reach the right forward. Exhale, right arm reaches down, left up, open the shoulder. Draw the left hip back. 1 deep breath here. Twisting the third chakra here. And then release again. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, step a little bit back, foot 45 degree on the right. Exhale, hands down into plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a deep inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose and sigh out, let the heat out through the mouth. One more time, inhale deeply through the nose and out through the mouth. And exhale, bend the knees, shift the weight forward and jump between your hands with your feet. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, straight back. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Let's work our Manipura chakra, our endurance center, a little bit more. On an inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, sit back down into chair pose. Shift the weight into the heels as if you want to sit down back. Make sure that the knees are not coming over your toes, so you still want to be able to see the toes. And we also want to slightly tuck the tailbone in instead of making a hollow back and sticking the bum back out. We engage the core and let the tailbone face down towards the ground. The arms reach up high, keeping the chest open as much as possible. So you can bring your knees and your feet together. And your hands, your palms together in front of your heart. And on an exhale, bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, the left thigh. Push yourself further into the twist with the elbow against the knee, but make sure the right knee is not coming forward. So keep both knees in line, parallel. You can look up to the ceiling to the left, bringing the hands closer towards your sternum to the middle of the chest. One more breath. And on the next exhale, slowly release the twist. Bring your arms up, but stay low in chair. Keep working on the thighs, stay strong. And then bring the hands in front of your chest. Lower down again and bring the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Again, making sure the knees and hips stay parallel. And then push yourself into the twist, opening the chest towards the right, upwards, looking up. Staying low with your hips and keeping your weight in the heels. One more breath here. And then slowly release the twist and bring your hands down onto the mat. Straighten the knees, open the feet a little bit wider. Forward bend for a moment, relaxing. And then bring your hands a little bit further in front of you, shifting the weight forward into your shoulders, into your arms. And bending your knees, walking a little bit closer. And then bring one knee at a time onto your upper arms. Lift your hips as high as possible over your shoulders and place the knees as high as possible towards the armpits. And then start shifting the weight forward, maybe lifting one foot at a time off the mat or coming into full crow. Look in front of your hands onto the mat and pull the heels up towards your buttocks. Trying to find the balance, pushing the mat away from you still. You can come out of the pose anytime and try again, replacing the knees even higher onto your forearms towards the armpits, and again shifting the weight forward. If you can't lift both feet off the mat, again stay with the first variations, just shifting the weight or bringing one foot up at a time. And then release the pose and sit back down onto your bum, bringing the feet out in front of you, hugging your knees in for a moment. And then place your arms behind you, maybe move a bit forward on the mat to have room to lie back down onto your back. Placing the arms on your side, relaxing the back, relaxing the shoulders. And then let your knees fall from the left to the right, like wipers, releasing tension in your lower back. Slightly twisting. And come back to the middle. Let the knees fall towards each other. Close your eyes. Feel where your body touches the mat. Relax your body and take a few deep breaths here. Then lift your head, your shoulders, and roll up into sitting again. And bring your legs apart. Split them as wide as comfortable and as much as you can still keep your back straight. Maybe you want to sit on a block if you're rounding your back too much. The feet are active, toes pulled towards us. You can also support yourself with your hands behind your back if you're still rounding. And you can also slightly bend the knees if you need to. And then on an inhale, open the chest, lengthen the spine again. And on the exhale, start folding forward, bringing the sternum forward, upward, reaching forward, upward instead of folding down right away. Bringing your hands out in front of you, bending at the hips. And then slowly lower down, relaxing into the pose. So we want to rather bring the belly towards the mat than the nose. Keeping the back straight, keeping the legs active. And then trying to relax into this stretch, opening the hips, stretching the inner thighs. You can also take a block in front of you to place your forehead on, or even your elbows, whatever feels comfortable. Try to relax into the pose, while still keeping the feet active, either pointing or pulling the toes towards you, keeping the legs active, relaxing the head and the neck, and the shoulders down. And you can close your eyes and bring your possibly wandering mind again into concentration, into stillness.
And slowly, slowly release the pose, walking yourself back up with your hands on the mat. Bringing the blocks aside.
And then fold your legs, bring the left leg underneath the right and the right foot out in front of you. And grab the right knee with your left hand, straightening up the back again. You can wrap the left arm around the right knee and bring the right hand behind you on the mat behind your sacrum, and then start twisting, looking over your right shoulder. Or you can also try to grab the outside edge of your right foot, straightening the leg as much as possible, bringing the right hand straight out behind you, facing behind you. Intense stretch, intense twist at the same time, trying to keep the spine straight, sitting upright. And then slowly bend the right knee, release, twist, and swap over the legs, bringing the right foot underneath the left leg, left knee up, left foot onto the mat, and then grab around the left knee, straightening the back, left hand behind you on the mat, and start twisting from the belly and then the chest, head last. Or grab again the outside edge of your left foot, straightening the leg as much as you can while keeping your back straight, and bring the left hand out parallel to the floor, pointing behind you, looking over the left hand. Trying to find your balance, keeping the back straight, stay connected with both seat bones. One more breath. And then bend the knee, release a twist, and come into a cross-legged seated position. And fold forward on exhale for a moment, lengthening the spine, reaching the arms forward. And then come back up again. Shift your weight forward, roll over your knees, and walk your feet and knees back so that you can lower down, coming onto your belly. You can bring the hands underneath your forehead for a moment. And then bring the legs together, activate the legs. And your arms in front of you. Stretch out, lengthen, head in line with your spine. And on the next inhale, lift both arms and both legs up. Engage the glutes. Reach the arms forward with shoulder blades down. Exhale, lower down again. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Last time. Inhale, reach up. Lift. Exhale, down. And then bring your arms to your sides, bend the knees, and try to grab your ankles with your hands. Push the pubic bone into the mat, tuck the tailbone in as much as you can to protect the lower back. And on an inhale, push with your feet into your hands, lift the shoulder off the ground, lift the knees off the mat if you can. Open the chest into Dhanurasana, bow pose. Look straight ahead. Keep pushing into your hands. But keep drawing the knees towards each other, so don't let them fall out to the side too much. And then exhale, lower back down. Release the feet. Bring your forehead onto your hands. You can wiggle your pelvis from side to side to release tension in your lower back. Relax the legs. Relax the shoulders. And breathe deeply. Feeling the energy, the strength running through your body after this exercise. And then turn around onto your back, simply rolling over. You can straighten the legs down onto the mat for a moment, lengthening your back. And then place the feet onto the mat, knees bent. Wiggle the shoulder blades a little bit under, lift the feet up, and then your palms facing down onto the mat. You can push yourself up into shoulder stand. So lift the pelvis up. You can support your back with your hands, and maybe you want to straighten the legs, coming into full shoulder stand. Staying here for a while. Once you're up, don't move your head anymore to protect your neck. Core, legs, and feet are active. You can either point your toes or draw the toes towards you. Feel free to come out of the pose anytime you need to, controlled and gently rolling back down onto the mat. Otherwise, we stay here for a few more breaths. And then bend your knees, lower the hips down, bring your hands onto the mat to support yourself, and vertebra by vertebra slowly roll back onto the mat. You can leave your feet up, and then grab the outside edges of your feet with your hands, letting the knees fall out to the sides towards your armpits, opening the hips into happy baby. Try to keep the lower back into contact with the mat if possible. And if you want, you can rock from side to side, massaging the back a little bit. And eventually release the pose, release the feet. Bring your hands to the side, feet back down onto the mat. And then straighten the legs. Bring them about mid-width apart, let the feet fall out to the side. Find a comfortable position for your Shavasana. Maybe bring the shoulders down, shoulder blades underneath your body. Palms facing up. Hands a bit away from the body. Close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths. Check your body for tension. Your feet, your calves, hamstrings, thighs. Releasing the pelvic floor. The belly is soft. The back's relaxed. Your shoulders and arms are relaxed. Your neck, jaw, and face. And then bring your hands onto your belly for a moment. Just above and over your navel. Take a few deep breaths to feel your center here. Know that this is where you can access your strength, your confidence, your willpower. You can even imagine a light growing there in the middle of your belly. Bright and strong, growing, full of energy, and spreading from your middle throughout your body, energizing your body, every cell, spreading your inner fire out through your physical and energetical body. And then bring your hands down onto the mat again, into full Shavasana, letting your body and your energy system, your chakras, process what we did over the last hour. You can just let your mind wander and relax. And slowly come back. Maybe move your fingers and toes and stretch. Maybe move your head. Whatever you need to wake up your body to come back into the here and now. And then roll over to your favorite side, drawing the knees up for a moment, resting the head onto the lower arm. And whenever you're ready in your own time, start pushing yourself back up into a seated position one more time. You can keep your eyes closed, lengthen the back again, hands onto your knees, and then just feel the energy, feel your inner fire one more time, taking the strength into your daily life. Take 3 more deep breaths. And then bring the palms of your hands together in front of your chest. Thank you for participating in my class, and maybe see you for the next part of this chakra series. Namaste.